Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. If y'all are new here, my name is Nuna. I'm the witch, author, poet, and the Saiyonan sage of the Saiyonan archives. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. And if y'all are returning, hey fam, welcome back to our sacred space. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. I want to do a reading. I want to pull some cards. I want to see what's going on, and I want to see what comes up for us right now, or for you, if you will. And the reason why I want to do a reading is because, well, I just want to check in, to be honest. I want to check in. I want to see how y'all are doing. I want to relay any messages that Spirit gives us, or that our higher selves give us, if you will. I want to know what the divine has for us right now. And before we fully get started, because we already do have a card coming out right now, well, we have a card that came out, I want to invite you to set your intention for clarity, to set your intention for love, peace, harmony, and joy. I want you to set your intention for releasing and letting go, and be open to all the amazing infinite possibilities that this wondrous and generous universe and earth has, as long as the energy is high vibrational, and as long as you are safe and protected. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me the time to give messages, and thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to be the vessel. Please protect me as the reader, as the divine channel, as the seer of this space. Thank you so much for protecting me, and also protecting my soul tribe as we immerse ourselves into this amazing reading that you are gracing us with right now. Thank you so much, Spirit, for just allowing us to come together, to dwell, to fellowship, and just be in your divine love. Thank you so much for the downloads that you give to me, and the transmissions that you will give to me to help my soul tribe. Thank you so much, Spirit, for just being with us here in this space, here, now, and always. It is so. Okay, so what I can tell here, all right. Okay, so there are lots of cards that we have coming out here. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that the first card to come out was the Ten of Wands. Okay, the Ten of Wands. I want to show you guys this card real quick. Sorry, the ring light is, it's pretty bright. But with this Ten of Wands here, this card is making me feel like there was some type of weight, right? And I know that traditionally speaking, the Ten of Wands indicates a long road, a journey, things that are weighted. It's like this back aching work, and this energy where we keep having like the back. It's like we won't give up, and we just keep carrying things. It's burdensome, and it weighs on the spirit, right? What this Ten of Wands here is that what I'm feeling, I don't know why I'm hearing like friendship. Well, I can see why I'm hearing friendship actually, because I do see the Three of Cups here, but it's being the friend where you hold it together for the group. You hold it together for everyone, and you are seen as someone that is the wise one out of this group or this space. You and your community, right, whether it be your friend group or your like immediate friend group, or maybe like a broader scale, you are someone more than likely that carries a lot of weight. I would not be surprised if you maybe carry like a lot of weight in your shoulders, or you may be top heavy, or you may feel top heavy. And I say that, I don't know why that's coming through that way. No, I am not body shaming anyone. No, I am not making fun of anyone. That's not what I am saying. What I'm saying is that there is a lot of weight that is being carried on the shoulders. You have the weight of the world on you right now, and what you're needing is support. You may be someone who was used to giving support, who was used to giving wisdom, who was used to showing up for other people, and Spirit is saying is like, I really need you right now to stand still, to hold still, because I need to be here for you, as you have been there for other people, as you have been there for a group and a community. I do feel right now that there is something that you may be wanting, and you may not be sure how to execute. You may not be sure how to go about it, because there's a part of you that wants to go for this, but you're not sure if it's even worth it, or if you want to invest your time in it, because you feel like you don't want to be alone in this situation. You are someone more than likely where you will not say anything. You'd be suffering on the inside, and you won't speak up or say anything because you yourself don't want to be a burden on these people. You don't want to be a burden on your friend groups or your family or whoever it may be. And Spirit is saying is that you yourself are not a burden. By you saying that, what you're doing is you are trauma responding. And this is not one of those things where spirit is saying like, I want to come down on you or things like that. No, there's a gentle reminder and like a gentle calling out where spirit is saying is that you are trauma responding every time you say that you don't want help or you don't need help. And also what I'm hearing is that we don't blame you. Like I'm hearing someone say like, we don't blame you. And I'm hearing like an apology. I'm hearing an apology that someone may be getting or that they may be open to, but spirit is saying is that your softness is not a weakness. Your softness is your power. This to me is bringing me to the spiritual aspect of Cancer. And I said Cancer, the sign. And I say that because you do, for one, you have the Queen of Cups here. And this is bringing me to this emotional, this mothering, this divinely feminine, intuitively intelligent energy. And what I'm hearing is that with this energy, you draw so much wisdom from the space, but it's the depth. Like it's not superficial. It's not shallow. This is the energy where you pull from depths of that, and you give that so generously. And spirit is saying like, I want to also give to you generously. But first I need you to divorce the idea that you have to go this alone when there is a community of people who are waiting to carry this with you. I'm hearing that there's a community of people that spirit is sending you to tend to, because you're going to find healing in that space. It may seem burdensome and it may seem worrisome, but spirit is saying is like, I really want you to let these things go because you're carrying too many things on your own. And the last thing spirit is wanting you to do is to keep holding on to these things, and then it start to plague you. It start to weigh on your spirit. You can't elevate because you're holding on to too many things. Spirit is saying is that you can't take everyone with you and you can't take everything with you. I see a divine, I don't know why spirit is calling this a divine breakup. And I'm saying that because I feel like this is one of those things where you're choosing to peacefully walk away, and you're choosing to peacefully say, I no longer want this. This is not for me anymore. I'm wanting to let go of this, and I'm wanting, because I'm wanting more for myself, and I can't do this. If you guys hear anything in the background, it's my 3-year-old. He gets excited and he does not like to chill for no one. So you guys may hear the noise in the background. I'm just being real with you. I can't stop the noise right now. I just want to keep giving the message. So basically, you also do have here the Ace of Swords in reverse here, the Knight of Wands in reverse. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse. You have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and you also have the Emperor card in reverse. What I'm seeing here is like there's an ambitious aspect of you, right? But in this instance, spirit is saying is like, you're no longer chasing for validation. You're no longer entering into these spaces with the expectation that you have to be this way, that you have to provide, that you have to be the one to do it. It's not one of those things where you're unworthy or you lack worthiness or you lack love or you lack compassion or leadership skills. Spirit is saying is that I want to really ask you why you're entering into these spaces and why you're choosing these spaces anyway. Is there truth here? Is this really where you feel like you want to be? And if it is, why? And it's interesting because I do feel like spirit is saying is that you are changing your why. You are no longer entering into these spaces or projecting this hot volcanic eruptious part of you. If anything, spirit is saying is that you are leaning into your ability to surrender and into your ability to feel. Spirit is saying is that this masculinity that you have been projecting is no longer needed. You are in a space where you are being called to invest in your softness. Invest in your softness, because there's something within you that is ready to be born, that is ready to be birthed. But the thing is that what's causing what it feels like is like when you're I'm being brought to pregnancy, and when you're trying to like force the pushing, like you're trying to force the baby to come out, and baby's like, no, I'm gonna come when I'm ready. Don't try to force me out because you're only gonna hurt yourself. That is the way that this is coming out. Or like when you're when, I don't know why I'm hearing like constipation or like emotional constipation. It's like when someone's like constipated and they're trying to like push. Like, have you ever seen a baby like when they're trying to like poop, and then I know this, you're like, what the hell, like why are you saying this? I know, bear with me. You know how like when you see like a baby, like they strain, they go or something like that. I know it sounds funny, right? I know it sounds funny, but you can tell that they're really trying hard to force it out. Spirit is saying is that instead of you forcing it, there's something within, there's just lubricant. There's this medicine, that lubricant that will help this to smooth over, to loosen it up, is the love. Is the word you express, is what you say, it's how you say it. It's this graceful energy that helps to lubricate or to break up this stagnant, forceful energy, right? And then from there, you'll be able to smooth it out. Everything starts to flow and weave and merge into each other in the most divine way when you allow this more emotional, this more intuitive, this more surrendering, soft and graceful aspect of you to come out. And Spirit is saying is that when you embrace that more, that is when you'll start seeing the change. That is when you'll start seeing the world change. You also have the world card here in reverse. So with this world card coming up in reverse, to me, it's not the fact that you're not ready. It's more so the fact that Spirit is saying is like, I really want you to understand that you don't have to do this for the world. Do this for you. Because what is the world anyway, if not yours? Like, there's so many things here being called into question. And the fact that we have the Temperance card here, this is pointing me to the ultimate surrender and saying, divine spirit guides, ancestors, I trust you more than my ego. And I surrender this to you because I know for a fact that this is not for me. I'm tired of pretending. Someone is tired of pretending because the weight that they carry is this weight of being seen, is this weight of having to show up and be perfect. Like this, to me, I'm hearing Spirit saying imperfection. Just allow the imperfections to be what they are without you feeling as though you have to constantly critique and be and mold and refine. There are some things in this world that are absolutely amazing when it is refined, but what is the natural essence of you? What is the most naturally beautiful part of yourself? Like, what is that? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does he or she or they feel like? Whatever you identify as, like, what is the feeling? When you show up in this capacity, what do you look like? What do you feel like? What are you saying? What are you wearing? Like, what is this, right? And I also feel like with the Nine of Cups here in reverse here, with the Emperor card in reverse, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, what you want is changing. Because you yourself are changing, because what you wanted was rooted in your need to be validated. It was rooted in your need to be seen, to just be the one in control. And Spirit is saying is like, this is one of those things where you're learning that you don't really have control in the way that you think you do. And Spirit is saying is that I really want you to understand that just because you don't have control in this way does not mean that you are less valuable. It does not mean that you should be less visible. If anything, Spirit is saying like, I really want you to understand the power of surrender and patience, and knowing that this process is not aging you, but enhancing you. It is evolving you. It is helping to season you. It is marinating you. Life has been marinating you. And Spirit is saying that this marination, when you put that, oh my God, it's like a real good plate of food. When you've been marinating the mushrooms for however long you have been, and you take a bite after you cook it, oh my goodness, oh my God. It's like you can taste every flavor. And it's so beautiful that, of course, I'm a foodie. I'm a Taurus rising. So, you know, I had to say that. But that's the way that it was also coming through. It's when you've been cooking, whatever you've been cooking, whether it be chicken or oxtails, whatever it may be. I don't eat that stuff, but what I will say is that when I'm marinating certain things like vegetables or whatever, the flavor sticks and it just tastes so good and it feels good. But it's not even about the taste, it's the quality of it. It's the energy, it's the essence, it's the patience. You can taste the process, right? Like you can taste the process. Spirit is saying with this Temperance card is that you can taste the process and you will exude the process. When people see you and when they feel you, they know not to just expect anything surface level. They will feel you. That is the reason why you have these two cards here. You have the Temperance. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the lighting. I'm sorry. You have the Temperance card here and you have the Queen of Cups. This, I just heard mastery and like mastering the emotions, mastering this intuitive intelligence, because you've learned a lot. You've been through a lot. You more than likely are someone who was raised in a very emotionally unstable home, and that's where you draw a good amount of your wisdom from, is being in that space. Spirit is saying is like, do not forget the fact that you have the Ace of Wands here. With this Ace of Wands energy, this is one of those things where you have to remember that I just heard this is the igniting. There's something being ignited, but Spirit is saying like, I really want you to let go. I really just want you to let go. I just want you to let go. I want you to let go. The worst has happened already. And it definitely, oh my goodness, you have uncertainty and you also have protection. You're not sure how things will go. You're not sure if it'll play out correctly. You're not sure because you're used to knowing. Spirit is saying is that feeling you have, it's so interesting that the Queen of Cups is here, but it's bringing me to this water, this really deep waters. Like I'm hearing like deep waters and like sweet waters, or some type of like sweet waters, or like healing waters. This is healing waters. I feel like I know what I'm, the color is like blue, and I'm also hearing aquamarine. And like of course I would hear mermaids, of course. I mean, obviously, because Queen of Cups. But I feel like you may exude a lot of Cancer energy, or what you may want to do is look to see where Cancer sits in your chart. Look to see where Cancer is in your chart. Like, what house does it rule? Also, you can look to see what's in your 4th house. Look in your 4th house. Look to see where your Cancer is. Look to see where your moon is. That's what I feel. That is what I feel, because that is where you draw emotional intelligence. And depending on where Cancer sits in your chart, or what chart it, or what part of the chart it rules, or what house it rules, is how that energy plays out in that area of your life. If you have Cancer that is ruling your 3rd house, then more than likely you are someone who is meant to share information in a very watery way, right? And if you have no planets there, it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect you. It just means that there may not be as much resistance, or it just may mean that a lot of your energy is concentrated in other ways, but it doesn't mean that you can't communicate in that way. It just simply means that Cancer rules that part of your chart, and that's the energy that exudes in that area of life. It just is what it is, right? So let's just say, for example, if Cancer was in your 10th, then more than likely with Cancer ruling your 10th house, and that basically means that you're public facing, and what you do for like an occupation or your legacy is dealing with some type of either social work or some type of maybe coaching, like the emotional aspect of coaching, counseling. It could definitely be you being a cook. You may cook very well. You may be known for cooking. You could be someone who people see you as an emotional spiritual leader or something like that, or it could be anything, right? The sky's the limit. Anything dealing with Cancer deals with the emotional body, but it also deals with creating a safe space for people to dwell, and it deals with that home space where you can emotionally unfold and just be. So this is you exuding that divine feminine energy, where you are compassionate, where you are loving, where you are soft, where you are not even just soft, but it's really more so one of those things where you're just allowing yourself to be, and you surrender to these waters, because you know that eventually where there is water, there's life. Where there is water, there is the cosmos. Where there is water, there is divine energy. And you're embracing that. Protection. Sometimes we protect ourselves because we feel like we don't want to go through certain experiences again. But Spirit is saying is that there is a lot more freedom. I'm sorry, this is protection. Yeah. There's a lot more freedom when we allow ourselves to be divinely protected, but not protecting ourselves out of fear that something is going to happen again. Spirit is asking for you to let your past be where your past is. Also, the fact that you have uncertainty here, things can definitely feel uncertain, and they can definitely feel as though they can just feel turbulent. I'm hearing like the word turbulence, but you're not allowing yourself to be in this alone. Like Spirit is saying you're not alone. The Ace of Swords coming up in reverse here is that no matter what you've told yourself, this is what the truth really is. Look into and dive into your divine femininity, that divine feminine aspect of you, that emotional aspect of you, and draw wisdom from that, because that is the very thing that people will look to, and that is the very thing you can teach from, because you've been there, you've done that. That is your life experience. The Spirit is saying is that I want you to start sharing that a lot more often. I want you to share that part of you. Acceptance. For some of you, you feel that's so beautiful. Did we mention anything about activation? There was something about this Ace of Wands that came through. This Ace of Wands and this activation card here, that is so divine. That is so divine. And I say that because with this activation here, like there's something about your path that is definitely being activated. I would not be surprised if what you've been through, you start sharing that story and then you start being a beacon of light for other people, for a group of people. But you're allowing yourself to show more of your softness and not so much of the sternness. You will receive a lot more when you exude this more graceful aspect of you. We know that you're a warrior. We know that you can fight. But Spirit is saying is like, I know you can fight. I'm also hearing fist fight. You may have gotten into like a lot of fist fights when you were younger, but I'm feeling like Spirit is like, listen, we know you can fight. You don't have to prove yourself, right? You've done that. Like, you don't need to do that. But what you could do is allow yourself to soften up and open up. You've accepted something, and after you accepted something, and if you haven't, once you accept it, that is when it'll start. That is when you can expect to see things progress and move forward. That is when you'll start to see that something within you will have been activated. It all takes you surrendering, and that is when you'll start to see it. That's when you'll start to see the shift, is what I'm hearing. I love this for y'all. I love it. It's great. Okay, let's go ahead and pull. My battery's getting ready to die, you guys. I gotta get ready to wrap this up. Okay. All right. We have the snow leopard. Oh, wow. That was... Ooh, you got tortoise. You're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Okay. Okay. You have this card. You have the snow leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Denoise. The word is denoise. And I feel like there's, I don't know why, like it's expectation. Like denoising, like that's the energy coming through here. I feel like this is pointing me to the Temperance card, where sometimes alone time helps you to recharge. It makes sense that you would need that because you're emotional, but you're also not even just that, like you're very intuitive and you're an empath. So with you being an empath, you need that time to recharge and you need that time to just filter everything out. And I'm also seeing like, I don't know if this is like a thing. I think it might be a thing where like denoising, but like being like I'm seeing like a tank and I'm seeing someone float in it, and it's like you can't feel, you can't hear anything. Like all you feel is like yourself floating. I don't know, like that's a thing. Can somebody let me know what that's called down in the comments? Isolation tank, I think is what I'm hearing. Like isolation tank. It's where it's just you and this like surrounding like body of whatever, and you're just floating. Like that's what I feel like someone is like getting themselves into, because it helps something within them to activate without any pressure, expectation, noise, trauma, anything. And I really do feel like that could be what is needed right now for somebody. That time alone, that time to recharge. Oh my goodness, stop it. You also have here Meerkat. It says, get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Stop it. I feel like your soul tribe is on the way. Your soul tribe is coming. I love this for you. And the reason why I do is because I feel like you are someone that is used to carrying it alone. You don't have to carry this alone. Sorry about that, you guys. My battery died, but we're back. So basically, I feel like with this Meerkat here, it's one of those things that we were saying at the very beginning. Like, you don't have to do this alone. I really do feel like you are definitely going to be meeting your soul tribe. This is not one of those things where I'm just saying that because I want you to stay here. No, I'm saying that because I really do feel it. Like, if you stumbled across this video, there are no coincidences. It is only synchronicity and divine alignment. And I feel like you are no longer having to worry about you doing things on your own. I feel like these new people that you're going to be surrounding yourself with are so spiritual and intuitive, and they're just glistening and glittery, and they do not mind holding the weight for you and with you. And I feel that Spirit is saying is like, I want you to invest in that, and I want you to pour more into that. You are being given a helping hand, especially with the fact that you do have here the Ace of Pentacles. This lighting, I'm sorry, you guys. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. So with the Ace of Pentacles, this is bringing me to friendships that wouldn't mind taking you out to dinner. Friendships where you don't have to worry about being the only one. Like, you don't have to be the only one paying. Like, everything is fair, right? Like, they're never going to say, oh, okay, well, even if you didn't eat, you know, you still got to split the bill. No, you're not surrounding yourself with people like that. If anything, they will put in their fair share and they don't mind paying for you. And I feel like this is the universe's way of showing you that you don't have to be the one to only do things. And I love that for you, 100%. All right, now I'm going to pull one more card. Oh, it just jumped out. Manatee. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Listen, y'all are going through something where you're learning that, like we said earlier, it's one of those things where you are realizing and understanding and just allowing yourself to accept the fact that you cannot change everything, and you're letting it be what it is. And you're surrendering to it, but for whatever reason, I feel like you're surrendering to that with grace and gratitude. And I feel like that is something that Spirit is wanting you to know. This is actually bleeding into another video that I'm going to probably link somewhere in here. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And oh, actually no, I'm going to record it after this video. It's about how your heart space is the middle way. And I really feel like I'm going to go record that because I really do. I don't want to lose that idea. I don't want to lose what's coming through with that. So I'm going to go ahead, stop this video and go record that. Anyway, if y'all need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at the Saiyonanpath.org. I also have an Ethereum there on the website where I offer you spiritual essentials, Saiyonan essentials, and also other things that you can use to help you along your journey. I do have oils and things that are available there where I do work my magic, and I will extend that to you should you need it, of course. I will never force you. I will never try to, you know, shove it down your throat. I'm just letting you know that it is available if you wish to look or browse. Also, I don't sell or I don't operate in commerce, but I do, like I said, offer, and you give a set donation, and that is how we do this gift and exchanging energy. Also, if you wish to, you can follow along with me on Instagram over at Magick of Eden. Thank you so much for tuning into this message. I love y'all, and I will catch you in my next video.